Greetings, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising, and Aquarius Moon. Welcome to your tarot video scope for October 2020 by LightWorker. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please remember to turn on the notification bell. These are general readings. Please make sure that you also listen for the video for your rising sign and moon sign, because you are going to get additional information. And if you like to have a personal session with me, please visit my website www.amalightworker.com and email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. For the month of October, I am launching a new service called Spiritual Nutrition. I am a nutritionist, and I am combining my training as a nutritionist with my ability to read the Akashic Records, thus creating a service called Spiritual Nutrition, and it is being offered to you at a discounted price of $175 for 90 minutes, or 4 sessions as a bundle for $400 plus a bonus. Do check out my website if you like to know more, or do email me directly if you like to find out more about it. I have already uploaded a whole new video for your sign. It's a whole new reading, and for those of you who are interested for download and purchase, the Vimeo link is posted down here below in the show more description box, or you can always choose to join the membership program. Click on the join button right here next to the subscribe. That's going to take you to the membership space when you get to choose a tier that is most appealing to you. So in the membership program, you're going to have an additional 3rd reading and other services that are not available anywhere else on the internet. Thank you very much for allowing me to say this here. So Aquarius Sun, Rising, and Moon, the general feeling that I have for you for October has to deal with a steady growth, a steady progress, partnerships in the making, overcoming certain obstacles that you may be facing, going within, reevaluating, introspection, having to make some important choices and decision, having to re-examine a situation, dealing with some sort of an unprecedented situation or a new situation. And it's also going to be about what kind of healing do you need right now, because for some of you, not for all of you, but for some of you, it could be a healing in regards to father related issues, ancestry line related issues, or breaking old karma, or breaking old family karma. So now I'm going to break this down one by one. The first card that wanted to show up for you is the 8 of Pentacles. This is a good card to have. This is also called the Apprentice card. To me, it means developing a skill, working a little bit more on your own, more independently, nobody watching over your shoulder. Determination to work hard to a successful, steady life. It represents somebody who does his or her job and accepts the situation. At this time, hard work is required to reach your goal or to reach your wealth. And it also means achievement of a job well done. With something that you may be working on, maybe you are working on a project, maybe you are working on your career, maybe you are working on your finances. Something that you are working on is going to go very well. If it is about a presentation, you presenting some information to an audience, that is also going to go very well. You could pay attention to little details more so than usual, but then important details may show up for you so that you may have to fix them, or you are going to know exactly how to work around certain details. You're going to feel a little bit more even or a little bit more steady, either with your daily routine, with your daily life, maybe with your finances, or with some work that you may be doing on the side. Maybe you have a side job, maybe you have a side business. There's going to be some sort of a steady growth. This is not time for you now to get distracted. Yes, you are going to be distracted because for some of you there could be things happening in the family. It could be about what's going on in the media, the political situation around you. But whatever it is, do not allow whatever is happening to derail you from your direction, to derail you from your plans. The message here is that for many of you Aquarians, you are getting very, very close to a realization of a big dream. You are getting really close to becoming very successful. So continue to work hard, but maybe this time around try to work more with a steady pace. You could be addressing at this time one financial issue after another. It could be about how you handle money because coins represent money. It could be that you may be working on different issues right now, okay, trying to fix those issues one by one. For some of you, this is you taking more of a hands-on approach to deal with situations, or even to fix with your own hands whatever may show up for you that you may need to fix or to repair. Your arts and crafts could be expanding right now, particularly for those of you who are creative, or maybe you create something with your hands like jewelry, or you paint, your talent, your skill in whatever is unique that you do, that you create. That skill, it feels like is going to get a boost. For some of you, this boost could be because of the planetary movements. Okay, you're going to feel like someone in the ether is helping you to spiritually give a boost to any skill or talent that you have. For other ones, this is a result of you having enough experience by now, or taking a course or a class. Could be the result of your training. Some of you are now getting ready to do something big with your money. Maybe you have been saving up money because you want to buy a home, you want to buy a car, you want to purchase a business. You are getting really close to that goal. However, you may have to deal with little expenses here and there, okay, a little money that you need to spend here, a little money that you need to spend there, but you're going to have enough of it to spend for whatever may show up to be paid at this time. Work at a steady pace, steady growth. The next card that you have is Two of Wands. To me, it means creating the foundation as to where would you like to go from here. To me, it also means commerce, negotiations, trades, and partnerships. You could be thinking of entering some sort of a partnership. For some of you, this could be a little bit more of a romantic kind of a partnership. For other ones, it could be a little bit more like a business venture. But you are also going to deeply understand and realize who your true friends are, who are you creating alliances, who is with you or who is against you. You may be dealing with some information, some big revelation or some information either being revealed to you in person, could be news or gossip that you hear through the great vine, could be something in connection to the stock market that in some ways is going to make you rethink your strategy, is going to make you rethink who is it that you are allowing in your life. You are going to feel very protective towards your data on the computer. Privacy issues may show up during this time. For some reason, you're going to feel very protective toward yourself, toward your personal property, and even toward your intellectual property. Due to some big realization, due to this news or due to this information, for some of you, not for all of you, but for some of you, it may be required to take a step back to figure out what to do under the light of this new information. It feels like in some ways, yes, you are going to be dealing with important news, important communication, but also help and opportunity will be coming together for you. The kind of partnerships, the kind of collaborations, the kind of friends and acquaintances, partnerships that you may be forming and creating now are going to have a tendency to elevate your life to a higher place. They're going to have a tendency to be very successful. Some of you, it's advisable to do some networking because it's going to be helpful for you at this time. You may also deal with, if you have a website, things may show up with your website that you have to address. So anything that you post on social media, whatever platform you have, whether it is a public account or a private account, you may want to rearrange that, you may want to change it. You are going to deal with profiles, pictures, messages that you post on social media, maybe more so than usual, kind of to rearrange everything. The next card that you have is the Chariot. To me, it means moving positively forward, overcoming obstacles, introspection, re-evaluation, decisions of confusing matters, decisions of passion, re-examining your affairs, assessing your situation. You are going to examine your life or a particular relationship or a particular situation from both angles, the positive angle and the negative angle. For some of you, you may have to address yet again certain issues from your past. Could be in regards to an ex-lover, ex-husband, ex-wife, ex-coworker, ex-boss, ex-friend. Situations may arise again. For other Aquarians, it's going to be mostly in connection to old emotions that stem from the past that maybe you thought that you dealt with, that you may have to readdress them again. If you didn't have enough self-confidence before, now you're going to have more self-confidence. If you didn't have enough focus before, now you're going to have enough focus. You're going to feel that you are the driving force, that you are driving a project forward, you are the driving force driving your family in certain family affairs forward, but you may also have to deal with legalities, a legal situation, consulting a lawyer, consulting an accountant, consulting a psychologist, consulting a therapist, either entering a therapy, completing a therapy, or is going to be a significant breakthrough. For some of you, this also represents the successful transition from one destination to another destination, from one end to the other end, from one home to another home. You may be feeling very strangely in October. Maybe your body is going through something, or maybe you are doing some dramatic change to your physical appearance. You may have to overcome some obstacles. For some of you, it could be like a small obstacle after another, but for some of you Aquarians, you may have to deal with something big that seemingly shows up to be out of nowhere, but again, it may be rooted to some situations from your past. Whatever you need to address now, do the work now. You are going to feel a huge urge to push forward now. You may be dealing with situations that are time sensitive, but nevertheless, this is the chariot. Okay, so it means overcoming obstacles and moving positively forward. You're going to feel more in charge. You're going to step in more and more into your own power. The next card that you have is Father Healing, and this is from a different tarot deck. And it may also be connected to the planet Neptune. It may be also connected to secrets, big revelations. What was happening behind the scenes now is going to be a little bit more in the spotlight. So let me read you the card. Your personal power increases as you give any father-related issues to heaven. Now understand that in terms of energies, no relationship is ever perfect. Okay? Some of you may have a great relationship with your father or with a father figure in your life. But understand, in terms of energies, no relationship is ever perfect. Energy is nor feminine or masculine per se, but masculine energy, if I can call it that, feels a little bit like it's more expansive and more receptive. If you do have any specific father issues that maybe you still need to heal, it feels like all you need is your willingness to deal with it. You may be dealing with issues of old anger, grief, even grieving issues may show up, fear, in particular, in relation to a male parent. It is important that you understand that you now need to hear your truth. Maybe you need to speak out your truth. Issues about spiritual inheritance may show up. Spiritual inheritance is any talents, skills, or abilities that maybe you have inherited through your family line, and in this particular case, through your father's family line. Just like you inherit DNA, you also inherit spiritual gifts. Now, doesn't mean that your father was an artist. Maybe he had that ability, for example, but he never used it. Or maybe your father was very intuitive. Doesn't mean that he used it in that way, or doesn't mean that he was even aware of that gift. Whatever gift has been passed on to you through your spiritual ancestors from your father line of the family, now you are going to tap more and more into that. Your intuition is going to be on point. You are going to feel very creative. You could create a business idea. You may come up with ideas to create a business. You could expand on your work. You could expand on your career. You may have to show up to rescue a family member. You could be assigned to represent, maybe legally, one of your relatives, or even to act as a legal representative of your father. But this also has to deal with karma. Okay, a lot of healing has been taking place in the month of October, and it may turn out to be the most important month of the entire year for a lot of us. This is a great month to do some karmic work, to address any healing issues, particularly when it comes to family-related issues, father-related issues. You may be doing some work on Reiki. And even if you don't do anything, okay, due to certain planetary movements, whatever you have been holding on to emotionally, suddenly you may just start to release that. You're going to feel like layers of emotions peeling off one after the other. If you are a parent yourself, whether you are a mother or a father, you may want to watch out about children. Maybe if you have small children, they may be a little bit more fussy than usual. You may try to show up as a mentor or to guide one of your children. If you are worried about one of your children, their circumstance will turn around. But for the time being, maybe you are not going to see an improvement just yet. Improvements may be coming later. There is a link between October and November, because for some of you, they're telling me that maybe the solutions that you were seeking to have in October, okay, for some of you, they could be postponed, or they may be taking place a little bit later in November. You have to be patient, okay? And if you have been struggling with issues of anger, grief, fear, there's going to be a huge breakthrough into how you handle this emotion. Many of you are going to be rewarded. You're going to have moments when your heart is going to feel full of joy. You're going to feel the support and the love of other people. You're going to also feel that you have what it takes to deal with struggles. You may have to deal with technology malfunctioning, things that may show up to be fixed or to be repaired, or even situations being delayed. Therefore, you have to be patient. Nevertheless, healing is taking place and growth is happening, maybe at a very slow pace, but nevertheless, it's happening. You are pushing forwards. Nevertheless, I hope that this is making sense to you. Please do leave me a comment down here below. I'm curious to hear from you. Email me for a private reading, amalightworker@gmail.com. Visit my website, www.amalightworker.com. Go to the Vimeo videos for those of you who would like to know more. The link is down here below, or join the membership group. This way you are going to have access to additional readings. Thank you very much, and I will reconnect with you in the next video. Bye for now.